Hey everyone, and welcome back to Healthy Days. My name is Melissa, and I create videos helping people out along their weight loss journey. If you're feeling stuck in your weight loss, or maybe you're even just getting started, this is going to be a great community for you. See, here at Healthy Days, we do not overcomplicate weight loss at all, but we are very intentional about the research and learning about the different foods that you need to put into your body to get you those weight loss results. Don't worry, I've done all the research for you. All you have to do is follow along step by step. Like I said, subscribe to my channel. You're going to see different playlists. Choose a playlist to follow along. Maybe you want to start with weight loss salads. Maybe you want to start with the research aspect of it, of learning about all the different whole foods and what they're doing chemically inside your body. Maybe you want to start off, it's coming into summertime, with the weight loss smoothies. Pick one of the playlists. This week we're doing each week we feature a different food and then we meal prep out around it. This week it happens to be mushrooms. So that's what we're going to hop into the kitchen and we're going to go do. But just make the commitment to yourself to prioritize your weight loss. Join in this community, start following along step by step. And I am already so excited for your results. Let's go check it out. All right, so like I mentioned, each week we're just going to highlight a different food to get you started with meal prep. This week we are working with mushrooms. I'm going to be showing you how to meal prep quick and easy meals using both the fresh mushrooms, and then I did saute up some mushrooms last night as well. So I like to work back and forth between the fresh and the sauteed. I know some people don't like fresh mushrooms, so you have to cook them up ahead of time. But if you like both, go ahead and follow along and do it this way. So I just lay out my Tupperware here Monday through Friday, quick and easy. Remember, here at Healthy Days, it is all about being intentional about what we're putting into our body, but we do not want to overcomplicate this. So just start off with the half a cup of the featured food this week. And that's going to be the fresh mushrooms. I'm going to do that for Monday. So I have that down in my container. And then I just, like a salad bar, I start decorating it with all the intentional ingredients. So I'm going to go right in here and I'm going to work with this. It is just tomato, green pepper, onion, a little lime juice. You can pick this up. I always get most of my fresh ingredients and my whole foods at Aldi. So it looks like this. This is such a great filler food and it's so good for you. Your gut health is going to thank you. I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of that. And then, so we have our mushroom base, the star ingredient, and then along with this, I'm going to go ahead and add in some black beans. So you can add in the black beans, another great source of protein, another great source of fiber. And you can kind of see that we're just building this up and it's all going to come together. It's a great portion, perfect to take for lunch, perfect to take for a mid-afternoon snack. But what this is doing is it's just getting you started with that micro habit of starting to meal prep and getting used to being intentional about the ingredients. So on top of that one, for a little bit of flavor, I'm going to add in some of the, I do a low sodium soy sauce. You can just eye that, add in a little bit of that. And then we're always wanting to get in some gut healthy ingredients that we don't always think to put in our foods. But if you check out my other videos, you're going to see that taking care of your gut health is going to go hand in hand with weight loss. So maybe you wouldn't think to add this into your meals typically, but go ahead and sprinkle in a little bit of the ground ginger. And a little bit of black pepper. And this is just showing if you're busy, if you're on the go, you still can meal prep, you still can take care of your weight loss journey. All right, so moving along to Tuesday, we're going to go ahead and we will start out with the base of some of the sauteed mushrooms. I don't know if you've had sauteed mushrooms before, but they are so yummy. I just sauteed them in like an extra virgin olive oil, and I put the minced garlic in there. And if you like the smell of garlic, it smells up your whole house, and it's so delicious. So we're going to go ahead and start with another base of the sauteed mushroom. You can do 1/3 of a cup or a half a cup, totally up to you. But that's the star ingredient. That's what we're being intentional about this week. And we're just going to build around it. Along with the sauteed mushroom, at the same time, simultaneously, I always saute up some kale. So this is what the sauteed kale looks like. I love sauteed kale, fresh kale. It takes some getting used to for me. So when I saute it, I am much more likely to be getting it into my body. And again, another great source of antioxidants, a great source of fiber. And anytime you can get kale into your weekly meal plan, be sure to do so. And this is a great way to do it. Now for this one, because those are all sauteed, I might want a little bit of a crunch. So I just do some fresh red pepper. And you can go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of the fresh red pepper. That's really going to give it that crunch. So you see that? And I'm going to drizzle over that a little bit of the extra virgin olive oil. And then we're going to go to work at the gut health. So I'm going to put some Italian seasonings. This is going to satisfy the gut health component. And a great way to get in your cumin is when you're doing up these quick meal preps with intentional ingredients, because I don't know too many recipes that call for cumin, but it is so good for you. So go ahead and sprinkle that in there. And what this is doing is it's creating that micro habit that makes you just start to get familiar, be familiar with what's good for you for weight loss, what's good for you for whole foods, what's good for you for gut health. And all of that accumulative is going to really accelerate your weight loss journey. You just have to get on board with starting to follow along with my playlist. I feature a different food each week, and start to do this just out of habit, and then it's going to come naturally to you and you're going to see the incredible results. So I'm going to add in a little bit of garlic powder, because you've heard me say before, if you've been following along with my videos, that I absolutely love the garlic powder. So again, Tuesday's done. When it comes to lunchtime, just run to the fridge, grab that out. If you're at work, you're not going to be tempted by the vending machine. You're not going to be tempted to order food out. You're going to save money, and you're going to be accelerating your weight loss. And it's just going to be a win-win all around. Again, this is a great portion. I know it doesn't look like much food, but I really want you to get on board with this, because you're going to see our stomachs are roughly the size of our fist. So you can see here, this is plenty of food. We just have to work with being intentional about the foods that we're putting into our body, because that's what's going to satisfy us, because it's not about quantity. It's about stabilizing those blood sugar levels and feeling satisfied that way. All right, so let's move along to Wednesday. Now for Wednesday, I'm going to go back to the fresh mushroom. And you see how fast and easy all of this comes together. So we have our 1/2 cup, or you can do 1/3 cup of the fresh mushroom. With this, I'm going to go ahead, and I love the quinoa and brown rice. 90 seconds, can't beat that. So I'm going to go ahead and add in 1/2 cup of the quinoa with brown rice. Put that right over the top. And with this one, I'm going to go ahead and add 3 more tablespoons of the pepper, onion, tomato, and lime juice mixture. This way you aren't going to get bored. You're going to be able to focus and think of the exact ingredient you're wanting to focus on and feature, but then you can add all these other ingredients that are going to help give it a little bit of variety. You're not going to feel like you're eating the exact same thing each day, but you are being intentional and you are starting to focus on the whole foods. That's the point of my channel. I really want you to learn about the whole foods and learn about the ingredients that you're supposed to put into your body. So again, with that one, I'm going to go ahead and drizzle a little bit of the extra virgin olive oil. And I'm going to add just a sprinkle of the turmeric. I have videos on turmeric and its weight loss, gut health benefits. So again, always check with your doctor to make sure you're able to have all of these components, but whenever you can mix them in and start incorporating them, that's when you're going to get the long-term sustainable, no more yo-yo experience of weight loss. And for that one, I'm even going to add in just a dollop of the honey Dijon mustard. Again, it's just giving that extra little kick of flavor. Sometimes mushrooms aren't everybody's favorite taste. So go ahead and add about a tablespoon of the honey Dijon mustard. But if you do love mushrooms, you're in luck. But I really want you to start to incorporate them in and try to figure out a different variety of food components that you can put together to get them into your body. So I hope some of these help. So there we go. Wednesday's done, and we can move along to Thursday. All right, so we're moving along to Thursday, and what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our sauteed mushrooms. Might as well just add the rest of those right in there. And I really want you guys to be open-minded and try this. I like to add, especially because it's such a great protein source, if you sauteed up the mushrooms, try adding cottage cheese to the mushrooms. Now, I know that might be hard for some of you to think of that being a flavor that'll blend together, but I absolutely love it. And this is going to get you 12 grams of protein with the mushrooms. And we are focusing on stabilizing those blood sugar levels and being intentional about the ingredients that we're putting into our bodies. So what this is doing is the two together. I think you could even just eat the cottage cheese with the mushrooms, and that would sustain you, because it really is such a filling, dense meal. And again, it's a smaller portion. It's not high in calories, so you're going to go into that calorie deficit, but you are getting the ingredients and what you need into your body. And I'm going to add a little bit of the garlic powder to that one. And then another great source of fiber, because we as a whole are not getting enough fiber into our bodies. We're going to add in some of the dark red kidney beans. And I hope this gets you just thinking about, maybe you wouldn't think to mix and match these different ingredients. So I hope it gets you started with meal planning and meal prepping, and that you start experimenting and trying some of these options. I hope you're seeing how quickly they all come together as well, and that it's just the repetition to create that micro habit. I'm going to add some Italian seasoning on there to satisfy the gut health. I'll add the black pepper. And I'm going to go ahead and add in the rest of my sauteed kale. And you can see again, great portion. Our stomachs are the size of our fist. So we are definitely going to fill up our stomach. We're going to wait for that to set in. We're going to wait 20 minutes and decide if we're still hungry. And you are going to be so surprised, so sustained, and seeing incredible weight loss results. All right, so we're on to Friday. We're going to go ahead and add the rest of the fresh mushroom. That's our featured food of the week. Be sure to check out my playlist. I'm featuring a different food each week that you can start doing these quick and easy meal preps around, just to get the ball rolling, just to get you going on understanding and knowing what the foods are, because I think that can be one of the hardest parts, is even knowing what foods to be intentionally putting into our bodies. So I hope that helps. This is the fresh mushroom, and I'm going to go ahead and add another half cup of the quinoa with brown rice. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of the low sodium soy on there. I'm going to add in, again, the cumin, ground ginger. So each day you can see that you're getting the ingredients that your body wants to start working at that inflammation that's been built up over time. And what you really have to do is just make the commitment to stick with it and do it, and you're going to see the results. I hope that you don't just watch these videos and watch me do it. I hope that you take the action and start to put it into action in your own life. And I'll go ahead and add another 3 tablespoons, because like I said, I could eat this every single day. It is so yummy. And there you have it. We have Friday done. So there you can see, guys. I mean, it's that easy. We have Monday through Friday done. I'm just going to throw these in the refrigerator each morning as I'm heading out to work. I'm going to grab one of them. I'm going to make the commitment to myself to prioritize my weight loss. I so hope that this helps motivate and inspire you to start doing the meal prep and start to be intentional about the ingredients you're putting into your body, because My entire channel is about that. It's just about learning about the foods, being intentional, and creating that mindset and those micro habits that are going to compound over time. And you're going to be able to utilize that. And you're going to know what foods are best for you to combat that bloat, combat that inflammation, and really start to see the weight loss results. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Check out all of my videos on weight loss and weight loss tips. I have different playlists for you to start from, and I will see you next time.